Hi guys, are you one of those golfers who hits their irons pretty straight but has a big slice with driver? If so, this is the video for you. Right then guys, so I get a lot of golfers come to see me and they tell me that they're generally pretty accurate, fairly straight, if not exactly straight with their irons, but with their driver they really struggle with a big slice. Now the key thing for this is you're not necessarily swinging differently, but I'm going to help you understand why you hit that slice with your driver, and most importantly I'm going to help you understand what you need to do differently to hit that driver nice and accurately and good distance from the tee. So if this is one of your first time watching my videos, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. If you're enjoying today's content, click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and that way you'll know when I drop a new video. But for now, why do you hit irons straight and slice your driver? Right then guys, so I get loads of golfers down with me that when they get an iron in the hand, they're generally pretty comfortable. And what we see as they stand up, aiming pretty well at the target, and they'll make a swing. And we can see a fairly straight tee shot. And when we look at the numbers for that shot on TrackMan, we can see that the blue line, the club path, was 2 degrees from the inside, so slightly to the right, with the club face incredibly close to that, just 0.2 degrees closed, and that giving a very straight shot. So the big thing with golf shots is the ball sets off very close to where the club face points, and then the amount that the path is to the right or to the left creates the shape. So we could see with that iron shot, because my club face was very close to where the path was, there wasn't a huge amount of shape in that shot. Now that's fantastic. And one thing that I'm just going to mention here with an iron is that when we hit a good iron shot, we're looking for the low point of the golf swing to be after the golf ball. The real key thing we need to understand, and we'll see this as we move into driver, is that the golf club doesn't move on a straight line during the golf swing. It moves on an arc around our body. And a huge amount is made about the path the club's travelling on, but swing path is the direction that the club's moving at impact with the golf ball. Now, another key thing that I think golfers sometimes need to understand is the direction of their swing. And that's actually the direction the club's moving at the lowest point of the swing. So if the low point of the golf swing was directly under the golf ball, the direction of the swing and the swing path would be the same. But because we can see here that as the club's coming from the inside, it's travelling down, it would reach its low point coming from the inside, then it will start working up and to the left. So if my low point is in front of the golf ball, the club would still be moving to the right hand side. And it was interesting because we'd see there, even though my swing path was 2 degrees to the right on that shot, my swing direction was actually slightly left. Now I know that sounds very complicated, but when we hit driver, this is really going to help you understand why we very often then slice our driver. So guys, a lot of us will understand that if we're slicing our driver, it means that the club path is moving left of where the club face would point. Now, I think one of the things that enhances this for a lot of guys is golfers are very aware that they need to try and get the club moving up through impact. Now, I mentioned before that if, therefore, the low point was behind the golf ball, what we would see is that as the club's starting to move up, it's starting to move more left. So straight away, that's going to make it a little bit easier to get that left to right shape going for a right-handed golfer. So let's hit a shot. I'm going to move the ball nice and forward like everybody gets told, and we're going to make a swing. And we can definitely see that one shaping out to the right. So let's have a look at the numbers that TrackMan's measured there. We'll look at the video and we'll see what the difference between the club face, the path and the swing direction were there. So by no means the biggest slice we're ever going to see, but we could see the club path 7 degrees out to in. So the club face was then 7.7 degrees open to the path, but actually still pointing pretty much towards the target. My low point was behind the golf ball, but also my direction of my swing was a little bit more to the left, just so I could really get my strike on that golf ball. So I have spoken about this in other videos, but it's very much that fact that because that golf ball is further forward, actually what we need to do is we need to change the direction that we're swinging the golf club if we're going to get the low point behind the ball. So if we know as the club moves up, it's moving left, we therefore need to swing more to the right or from the inside. Now, this in itself can be tough for guys, and you know, there's other videos that I've done and lots of videos out there about how to help you get that feeling. But what we're going to try and do is we're now going to try and swing more to the right and allow that low point to be behind the golf ball, and we're going to see how that changes the shape of the shot. So a completely different shape, much more accurate, none of that dreaded slice. So let's have a look at the numbers from TrackMan and see how much I changed my swing direction and ultimately what that did to my club path. So we can see my swing direction was 9.7 degrees to the right, so hugely exaggerated. But my club path was only 4.1 to the right. So you can see the blue line on the video there, only slightly to the right. My club face just slightly close to that, but my low point way back behind the ball. So very exaggerated. And we can see then that slightly closed club face with the path moving to the right, creating that little draw and you saying goodbye to that horrible slice. So you can see guys, really the key is it's a very different movement with driver than it is with irons. Primarily because the golf ball's up in the air, we want that low point behind the ball and we want that club working up through impact. Now, to use a great example, Rory McIlroy is fantastic at this. Really gets that swing direction working much more to the right, gets hitting up on the ball kind of 4 or 5 degrees, but fully understands that by swinging more to the right, by the time his club gets back to the ball, his swing path is very straight, very good club face control, and that's why he hits so many long and very straight drives. But work on that, help with that understanding that you can't swing the same with a driver as you can with an iron, because we're looking for the low point to be in different places, and that's going to change that swing path, and ultimately it's that swing path that's going to help take away that slice and getting you hitting driver nice and accurately like you do with your irons. So you can see guys, very simple there. The fact that the ball's in a different part of the golf swing means the path of the club's changed. So we need to change the direction that we swing the golf club. And if we can do that and keep that club face near to that path, we're going to hit much more accurate shots, and it really should make it very simple to understand why historically you've hit straight iron shots but really struggled with your driver. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you've enjoyed today's video, click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, that way you'll find out when I drop a new video. Follow me on all my other social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.